Of our five senses, our hearing is one of the most significant. Listening to music, hearing birds chirp, or the sound of the ocean are some of the greatest joys in life. But our hearing is also vital to staying connected to the outside world. Without it, relationships and even job performance can suffer. Like many with hearing loss, Harriet didn't want to admit she was having trouble. Because only one ear was affected, she began using creative tactics to disguise the problem.
When I noticed that I had a hearing loss, I compensated in several ways. One, I would sit at a certain place at a table because my good ear would be towards the group. So that made it easier for me to hear in a restaurant. And then I would say, or, oh, it depends, if somebody asked me a question and I couldn't hear it, because it really got tiresome to pretend that I heard when I didn't hear.
While anyone at any age can experience hearing loss, many people consider it a sign of aging, a sign they are determined to ignore. But not addressing hearing loss means missing out on life.
Hearing loss can cause many problems in your life. Some people become isolated or don't want to be social anymore. It does affect people quite significantly. When you can hear crisp and clear, that's what changes your life, and that's what makes you enjoy conversations, want to go places, want to be around people. So it definitely makes a difference.
The following questions can help you determine if you or someone close to you has hearing loss. Do you have trouble hearing over the telephone? Do you have trouble following the conversation when two or more people are talking at the same time? Do others complain that you have your TV volume up too high? Do you have trouble hearing over a noisy background? Do you often have to ask people to repeat themselves? If this sounds familiar, audiologists say getting tested for hearing loss is key to preserving the hearing you have left and staying engaged in the world around you.
Your brain is what actually processes all the sound information, so the ears are just the conduit to getting the information to the brain. And so if your brain is not getting that stimulation, the nerves will start to atrophy and the hearing can get worse. Your understanding over time will get worse. And so we want to catch it early, because then we're giving your brain the stimulation it needs to keep those pathways working, functioning normally. So if you wait till you have a moderate to severe hearing loss, if we put a hearing instrument on you, it's going to be a huge shock to your brain because your brain hasn't had the stimulation it's needed.
In the past, hearing aids were bulky and ineffective. But today's hearing instruments are so discreet and effective, Harriet finally decided to get one and says she's glad she did.
When I first got my hearing aid and walked out of here, I realized that my feet were crunching on the ground and I could hear things I just never thought I could hear before. Because I'm a photographer, I need to be able to gauge people and hear what they want and hear during a shoot what's going on. And I don't have to wonder anymore. I don't have to work so hard. I realized how much emotional energy it takes to try to hear when I couldn't hear. And I don't have to work that hard anymore. I can just hear.
The team at Total Hearing Care of Dallas is changing the lives of those with hearing loss. As specialists in audiology, they understand that every patient's needs and preferences are different, and they take time to carefully evaluate each person's level of hearing loss and find solutions that exceed their expectations.
Our overall goal is to really look at each individual and solve their needs, their hearing needs, their communication needs, to be able to get them back into a successful lifestyle. You know, communication issues, whatever their problems at hand are, we need to pull it out of them. We need to address every single one of them. And if one product doesn't do it, we try a variety of different brands and see what really sounds best for them.
Total Hearing Care offers patients a wide array of hearing instruments. When choosing hearing aids, cosmetic preferences, price, dexterity, as well as ear size and shape all need to be considered to achieve the best results. Because of this, Total Hearing Care offers many different brands.
At our office, we don't believe that any one make of hearing instrument or manufacturer works for everybody. And so what works best for your friend may not work best for you. And so we work with several different manufacturers, and we let people listen to them, because some people can tell right away whether a sound is natural for them or whether it just sounds horrible. And so we don't want to force the patient into just one manufacturer and try to make that work.
Total Hearing Care was founded by Debbie Chirico, who believes hearing is a gift too precious to lose.
It's just a reward to be able to help people hear. It's a challenge, really. We see a lot of very difficult patients who've been many places in the past, and to try to see what they've tried, what doesn't work, what areas they would like to change, and to really listen to them, address all of their concerns and problems, and put it together to where they're successful. And it's a challenge just to be able to turn that person's life around.
The passion these professionals have for helping their patients is evidenced by their patients' results.
Well, I began court reporting in 1971, and for many years was able to do that. And even with hearing aids, I got to the point that I couldn't certify a transcript, so I just quit doing that because people depend upon the accuracy. And I wasn't able to do the job anymore for failure to hear every word that's said. Total Hearing Care, to me, has just been a lifesaver. If I had not come here, I would not even be working in a law firm today, because I just cannot hear without hearing aids. Working with these people has just given me life. Some people start to age and have a need for glasses or hearing aids, and they say, oh no, I don't want a hearing aid. Well, to me, that was not living. When you're sitting around smiling when people say something, that means you didn't understand what they said. And to fully appreciate the blessing of being on earth, it'd be nice to be able to hear them, and Total Hearing Care has given me that.
When I came to Total Hearing, I was really surprised at how friendly it was, because I was nervous. I thought, oh my goodness, I may have to have a hearing aid. And they made it so easy. It just seemed like an easy choice to make. They showed me what kind of hearing loss I had and what the options were for me to correct it.
Don't go another day with hearing loss. Contact Total Hearing Care, experience and care you can trust.